Here we are at Highclere Stud on Mare Monday. I'm going to take a look at a bunch of nice grazing mares. Here is a mare called DUBAWI and her new approach foal. She's the dam of a Galileo Stakes winner. Her mother was a Group 2 winner and is a half-sister to Darshan, so beautiful pedigree. Foal is by New Approach. If we can get a chance to get round, I might be able to show you that. And DUBAWI was scanned in foal this morning to our first season sire Lamb Force. These earlier foaling mares are out grazing 24/7 in this lovely sunny weather with great grass, and the management can ease off them now that they're tested in foal and can go out and live and enjoy the grass. There's a lovely shot of this nice New Approach filly. Walking towards us here, we've got a Churchill colt. He is out of an acclamation mare called Ebb, who's behind us. She is from the family of Cloth of Stars and Ulysses. She is also in foal to Lamb Force. And then behind her, this is a beautiful mare owned by Sheikh Issa called Now You're Talking, and this is a no name never filly foal. Now You're Talking, she's by Zophany, and she was 4th in the Queen Mary, 4th in the Cheveley Park. Beautiful pedigree, lovely looker. She's scanned in foal to Oasis Dream. And behind us we have a lovely young mare called Super Ego. She is a half-sister to Stakes Place Muchley from the family of myself obviously the Cheveley Park winner, and this is her Exceed and Excel first foal. Real cracking strong filly, this really nice first foal. She also goes to Lamb Force, and the last in the paddock we have here a lovely Le Havre foal out of a Dan Silly mare called the Madding Crowd, and the Madding Crowd is a half sister to Bonfire and Joviality. And she was scanned into in foal to first season sire Massar. So a lovely bunch of mares here at Highclere Stud, all having a nice graze, not abiding by social distancing at all, as you can tell, but all having a lovely time. As you can see, we're at the far end of the stud. Right down that far end is where we have all the young stock. The further away from that you get these lovely big open paddocks. We try and run them roughly half a dozen to a paddock. You'll see in the distance as well, another bunch of colts over there. But here in front of us is quite an important yearling by Highland Reel, if you'll help us out by turning and facing us. This is Palace Piers, John Gosden's Kingman's unbeaten 2-year-old last year. This is his half brother by Highland Reel. Actually in front of him now is an Al Mansour, half to UAE Jewel, who's just hidden him, but here we go. So this is him. He's a lovely big strong horse, great power to him, great shaped hind leg. Going to be a very smart yearling this year, and would certainly be a book one type. In this paddock also we've got a very strong Cable Bay. This is out of Ego. You could practically put a saddle on this horse's back now and get him off and running. He's a really powerful beast of a thing. Behind, that's the Al Mansour, lovely quality horse. Again, he is a half brother to UAE Jewel. And then somewhere in this paddock, there he is, hiding, is a very important DUBAWI colt. I'm just going to pull the Cable Bay away. Come here, boy. I'll just come round. Now this is a very smart DUBAWI. He's owned by Mike and Michelle Morris. He's out of Intricately. Intricately was a Group 1 winning 2-year-old herself. She won the Moyglare. She's by Fastnet Rock. And this is her first foal by DUBAWI. He's a really important physical. Lovely, great strength to him. Great powerful shoulder. Deep front, manly head, very correct. So very smart horse. So we're very excited about this bunch. And we'll be back in touch later in the week with more news on some foals.
So here we are on Foal Friday.
at Highclere Stud, and the foal that we have singled out to talk about is a Cable Bay filly foal out of a mare of ours called Angel's Wings. Angel's Wings was a 2-year-old winner herself. She's by Dark Angel, and she's from the immediate family of Mujahid, who's a very good 2-year-old. He won the Dewhurst, and his mother was a Queen Mary filly. So it's an incredibly fast family, something that we found works extremely well with Cable Bay. This filly is the third foal out of the mare. The first foal was a colt foal called Flash Henry, who ended up being a 2-year-old winner last year. The second foal is very similar to this filly, great quality to her, a lovely filly. We brought her up to Doncaster Premier Sale last summer, and Angus Gold purchased her for 105,000 for Shadwell. So this is the third foal, and again the mare has produced a really lovely type, very typical of Cable Bay. Great strong quarters, strong shoulder. You can see the definition of muscle on this filly foal here. She's a really forward-looking animal with a great quality head to her, and she's lovely and correct. So we will rear her through to her yearling year here at Highclere Stud, and hopefully her siblings go on to do great things, and we'll bring her to market next year as a yearling. But this is a lovely quality filly and a shining example of what Cable Bay gets with his stock. So here we are back at Highclere Stud, and the stallion we want to focus on is our new first season sire Lambforce. Following the success of Cable Bay, we were really keen to try and find a horse with similar credentials, and we fell on this horse. He's by the champion sire No Nay Never. He's out of a Group 3 winning sprinter Thean from the immediate family of Cassandra Go. So the pedigree is absolutely outstanding on the female side, with Magical and Rhododendron and even a proven stallion in their Verglar. He was a very, very precocious 2-year-old himself. He won his maiden on the 12th of May. He was a very sharp Royal Ascot 2-year-old. He was only just beaten in the 4th fastest Norfolk in history. He was a 5-furlong stakes winner in Ireland, and then he went on to win the Group 2 Richmond Stakes at Glorious Goodwood in great style. The race after that, he went to the Mornay, and then sadly injury cut his racing career short. But the combination of the pedigree and his 2-year-old form really caught our eye. And then when we saw the horse for the first time, we were really impressed with him. As you can see, he's an outstanding physical. He was a 350 yearling. Great big strong quarter, very manly physique, and a really decent size for such a precocious 2-year-old. He's been very popular with breeders. We've got 140 mares booked to him. And he's being used by some of the most established breeders in Europe. They've really fallen on this pedigree and the precocious form. So he's got a really exciting book, which he's well through now. We expect to have about 60 to 70 January, February foals, which will really help him get off the ground and running when he has his first crop of runners down the line. But we're really excited by this horse. He's an absolute stunner. We're heavily supporting him with our own mares, and we feel he's got an incredibly bright future. Lambforce stands for the fee of 6,500 1st of October special live foal.